Mr. Hoda, please
Yes,
mute everyone.
yes, Ponte. Would you like me to mute everyone?
Yes.
Of course.
Do you know what's famous for Howard?
Howard?
There we go.
Howard.
Right?
Never knew.
Howard?
You can, if you like, you can talk to Khan. No, right. Everyone, please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good evening to everyone. So, as usual, so we are about to start the program. Sorry for delaying a bit because we had a ceremony chanting before this. That's why we had a small delay. Right. So, right. On this beautiful Friday evening, as usual, we are going to start the program. Before we start, let me do the same wish. Right? I sincerely wish, may this session also help you to develop in your practice at least a little bit more. And may you be able to gain little inner peace or little inner happiness within. Right? With that wish, I'm going to start today's session. Right? Now, all students, they have already begun the Vipassana meditation, but for the newcomers who are joining today, so I will once again remind the instructions of the first step of breathing meditation. Right? Since the new students, they are kindly requested to practice the first step of breathing meditation. Right? So when you practice the first step of breathing meditation, so what you do is, please pay your entire attention to the breath. When the breath is coming in, please be completely aware. Right? Let the natural breath to come in and please be completely aware. When the breath is going out, once again, please be completely aware. If the breath is long, so please be aware that the breath is long right now. If the breath is short, please be aware that right now the breath is short. If the breath is gross, if the breath is soft, so once again, just keep on being aware about that breath, right? Don't try to change the pattern of the breath. We are not here to change it, right? We are here to observe and develop concentration. At the same time, we are trying to develop the balance of mind, equanimity, right? So that we can practice Vipassana meditation later on, right? Then, so please pay your entire attention to the breath and keep on observing its incoming and outgoing. And don't observe the breath beyond the ending point of your nostrils, right? Just observe the breath up to the end of your nostrils. And then after that, let it go inside. Then after a while, it'll come back, touching the very same area, right? Then whenever it begins to touch, whenever the outgoing breath begins to touch the ending point of your nostril, starting from that place, please keep on observing the outgoing breath, right? So be aware when it is coming in, be aware when it is going out, please be completely aware, right? That's what you have to do. And so try to maintain your attention continuously. And at the same time, so try to maintain your attention continuously. And if the mind wanders away, don't feel frustrated. Understand the mind has wandered away. Bring it back and start again without any feeling of frustration. So that's how we have trained the mind to wander, right? Wander among various kinds of objectives. We are here to break that pattern and change that pattern, right? So give you everything and keep working hard, right? So throughout these 30 minutes. Vipassana meditators, so they'll be given instruction. Today, the newcomers have to forgive me because I'm going to bother you during the so silent meditation session, because I'm going to guide the old students through the first step of Vipassana meditation, right? Then today, we, as usual, as we did last week, we are going to, but it won't happen in the next week. Just it is limited for this week until 1 month. So you will have silent time during the silent meditation session. I'm not going to break it, right? So only you have to forgive me on this day, right? Because I have to teach them the first step of Vipassana meditation. I have to guide, right? Okay, then all students, they will practice the first step of Vipassana meditation. We are going to observe the sensations, giving our entire attention, right? Entire sensitivity, entire patience. We are going to observe the sensations on our head area, right? So throughout the head area, we are going to observe the sensations part by part, pitch by pitch, right? So so whatever the sensations that you experience, right? So let it be coldness, let it be heat, let it be so softness, let it be so hardness, let it be twinkling sensation, throbbing sensation, pulsing sensation, itching sensation, or pain, or let it be any sensation. Just keep on observing them as they actually are, with the perfect understanding that we are changing, continuously changing. In Pali, it is called as anicca, anicca, anicca. Impermanent, changing. Right? So that's what we are going to do. So during the while you are, especially the Vipassana meditators, while you are living your day-to-day life too, so gradually please adapt this certain meditators who are here. So they have been practicing Vipassana meditation. They practice Vipassana meditation during the past years too. So they are kindly requested to adapt the Vipassana meditation into your day-to-day life, right? Whenever you have leisure times, or if you are feeling tensions or stress or such kind of a situation, so please focus on a sensation so that you can feel on your body, right? Observe them thinking impermanent, changing, right? Like that. So don't just imagine, just observe the real sensations, right? Original sensations as they actually are. Right? That's what you need to do. Okay. Then, so when you practice like that, it's a way of practicing. I taught you about 4 ways of Vipassana meditations, right? So during the last week, and it belongs to the practice so reflection on body, right? So developing so vipassana meditation based on body, right? Kayanupassana. So whenever whenever the thoughts arise, right? So since we don't understand the nature of impermanence by our own experience, right? So we always try to so let those thoughts run after our six senses, right? What are the six senses of us? Eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind, right? So they are in a constant competition. So they are in a constant competition to pick something so which which they like, and then they are in a constant competition to get away from the things what they don't like. So Buddha, there is one teaching called Chappanaka Sutta of the Buddha. In that one, Buddha describes this as as a uh, as a pole. I mean, Buddha compares it to six animals who are tied to a particular pole, right? So there is a cobra, a dog, and cobra and a dog, and then a fox, a bird, a crocodile, right? Oh, please come. Please. So a crocodile and right, and monkey. So six these animals, right, are tied to a pole. Then no, they are tied together, right? So then who will win? So then all of them try to go to their own places that they want to go, right? The crocodile wants to go to the river. It wants to go to the water. The fox wants to go to the forest, right? The monkey wants to go to the tree. The cobra, the snake, it wants to go to the mound, right? Yeah, yeah. So then after that, the bird wants to go to the sky, right? Then after that, finally, the fox, right? The dog wants to go to the village. Yeah. So all of them, so try hard. Who will win? Who will win? The strongest one will win. Just like that, all these six senses, right? They are in a constant competition to win. I'm to win, right? I want to see beautiful pictures, right? Beautiful sights. Ears want to see. Ears want to hear beautiful, nice, sweet sounds, right? Then after that, the nose wants to feel so nice smells, right? The tongue wants to feel, right? The tongue wants to feel sweet tastes, right? The body wants to feel, right? Good sensations, comfortable sensations. And the mind wants to think of nice thoughts. I mean, which are related to the past, right? So all these six, they are in a competition. So inside us, all of them, they are competing, even right now, even right now. So that's why if I said something that you like, you will like that. And then if I say something that you don't like, you dislike it, because the sound at that time, so the sound is is it's the dominant partner of the dominant one in the competition, right? So liking and disliking happens through the sound, right? So then when you see around, so if you see a nice scene or a bad scene, right, unpleasant scene, then I becomes the dominant one. Like that, they are in a constant competition. So here, through this vipassana meditation technique specifically, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to control it first, right, by developing the general understanding, and then finally we are trying to settle down all these 6 animals, right? So completely with peace, right? That's what you are trying to do at this time. So work hard. It's up to you. The teachers only can teach you, but the practice is up to you, right? You have to work for yourself, and no one can give you a piece of happiness, inner peace or inner happiness, in a silver tray, on a silver tray, right? And so you have to work hard, and you have to gain it all by your own practice. Give you everything and work diligently. Work diligently, consistently, persistently, with courage, right? For your own benefit first, then for the benefit of all the other beings, right? Then, right now, we are going to begin. Everyone, please keep your back straight. Neck straight. Head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And let your whole body to relax. Now please close your eyes, not very tightly, not very loosely, just up to the level that you can prevent the outside distractions. What you are trying to do is you are going to be alone inside yourself. And at this moment, don't focus on anything outside. So just be alone inside yourself. Cut off all kinds of other things that can distract you. Whenever the outside objectives distract you, bring it back and start again without any frustration, without getting angry at yourself, right? And so we are here to come out of that cycle. We are going to come out of that cycle of suffering. And we are leading a path to the eternal. So we are leading ourselves to the through the path of real happiness. So don't feel frustrated. Don't feel unhappy about yourself. Bring your mind back again and start diligently once again. Okay. Right now, calmly. So please concentrate as usual. I'm going to pay our sincere respect and gratitude to the Buddha, reciting 3 precious stanzas. After that, we are going to start today's silent meditation. So after the chanting. Okay. Everyone, please concentrate calmly. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vinyacharane sampanno sungato lokavido anuttaro purisa dhamme sarati satta deva manusanang buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo sannittiko akaliko ehi passiko opanayiko macchatang veditamo vinyuhiti supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho unyumanimanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya padipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami cimani pangno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yugani Ate purisa puggalam Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakhineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakitang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very equanimous, patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are a new student, so please please keep on practicing the first step of breathing meditation as I described. If you are an old student, please practice breathing meditation for about 5 minutes. Then after that, as I guide you time to time, so please start practicing Vipassana meditation according to the guidelines that I kindly provide you. Right now, everyone, please calmly practice breathing meditation. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Please start your meditation right now. හදයාමල මල්ලිකායේ බඤ්ඤාලිතෝ මති දසාය ජිනම් පදීපෝ මෝහන්දකාරේ මමෙලං මම නීහරං තෝ නිච්ඡං මේ භාවයතු චාරු පදත්තේනාසින්. Dear all students, now very calmly and slowly, please move your entire attention to the top of your head, to the top of your head. This is the place that you can see as an ebb place, ebb area in a newborn child. The parents take a lot of efforts to take care of this area by applying various kinds of creams and oils. So this is that area, the top place of your head, the top of your head. Please pay your entire attention and very calmly, please keep on observing the sensations that arise within this area. Let it be heat, let it be coldness, let it be hardness, let it be numbness, let it be softness or itching sensation, pain, pulsing sensation, throbbing sensation, or any sensation that you can feel, but you don't have a name to name it. Regardless, just observe any kind of sensation that you can experience within that area. Very calmly, don't crave for any sensation. Don't be afraid of any sensation. Just observe them. Observe any sensation that you can notice within this particular area. It should not be an imaginary sensation. It always should be a real, present sensation that you can feel right now, right now. If you could recognize, if you could feel any sensation, observe it well and remind yourself, this sensation is impermanent, changing. Anicca, anicca, anicca. Constantly changing, constantly changing. Now slowly and calmly, please move your attention to the front portion of your head, towards the front portion of your head, which ends from the forehead area. So don't observe the forehead area, excluding it. So where your hair ends, so that will be the boundary. So up to that point, observe the whole, scan the whole front portion of your head. Within that area, if you can feel any sensation, please observe it objectively as it is. If you don't feel any, for a moment, giving your entire attention and giving your entire patience, please keep on observing. Keep on observing the front portion of your head. If you could feel, if you could recognize any sensation, any real, present sensation on that area, please observe it with a very calm mind and remind yourself. This sensation is also impermanent, changing, constantly changing. Anicca, anicca, impermanent, impermanent. Now, slowly and calmly, please move your entire attention from the front portion of your head towards your right ear. On your right ear, whatever the sensations that you can experience, encounter, please observe them as they actually are. Don't imagine. They should be real sensations that you can feel right now. Let it be hardness, let it be softness, let it be coldness, heat, pulsing sensation, throbbing sensation, itching sensation. Even the touch of the eye is fine. Let it be any sensation. Let it be a sensation that you know by name. Let it be a sensation that you don't know by name. Just try to observe whatever the sensations that are available there right now. And then remind yourself, this sensation is also impermanent, changing, constantly changing. Anicca, anicca, impermanent. Now slowly and calmly, please move your entire attention from your right ear area towards the back portion of your head. Within the back portion of your area, or back portion of your head area, whatever the sensations that you can experience, encounter, recognize, observe well, and recognize them. And then please remind yourself, this sensation is also impermanent, changing, constantly changing. Anicca, anicca, anicca. Impermanent, impermanent. Now slowly and calmly move your entire attention toward from the back portion of your head towards the left ear. On your left ear, whatever the sensations that you can experience. So let it be any sensation, itching, pulsing, throbbing, heat, coldness, touch of the air. Let it be any sensation, numbness, pain, tension. Observe. And observe and understand. This sensation is also in the process of constant changing, constant changing. This sensation is also impermanent, impermanent changing. Anicca, anicca, anicca. Impermanent, impermanent. If you are done observing the left ear, sensations on your left ear, then calmly and slowly, please move your attention once again to the top of your head. Starting from that area, once again, keep on observing the sensations. Please follow the same pattern, top of your head to the front portion of your head, then towards the right ear, back portion of your head, Then observe the left ear. Like that. Keep on observing the sensations. Whenever you could observe a sensation in one particular area, move to the next one. Don't give too much time to one place. In certain places, you won't be able to recognize the sensation. At that time, when you couldn't feel, at that time, please be patient and without any frustration, accepting the reality, move your attention to the next part that you are supposed to observe. And in that particular area, observe once again. If you couldn't feel any sensation, without any frustration, unhappiness, move your attention to the next part. If you couldn't feel any sensation, and if you couldn't feel any sensation in any of these areas, then please once again practice breathing meditation for about 5 minutes and start Vipassana meditation again. Right. Now everyone, please keep on practicing diligently, very diligently, for your own goodness, then for the goodness of all the other beings. Keep on practicing diligently, diligently. Anicca sankhara uppade vayetang minu uppajjitva nirucchanti te sampupe samo sukho bhavetu sampe mangalang rakhantu sampe divetam samme buddhanupavine samme dhammanupavine samme sanghanupavine sada sutti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now everyone, please calmly and slowly, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. If your legs are paining, you can change them. But don't direct the legs towards the Buddha. So you can direct them either towards the right side of the hole or the left side of the hole. Now please join your both palms together and say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, I sincerely hope that you had a very good meditation practice. It's not easy. We need a lot of diligence. So, but success always depends on your hard work, right? So we have to practice constantly giving our entire attention, right? So giving our entire equanimity, right? So balance of mind. Then specifically Vipassana students, when you practice, there are several things that you so need to keep in mind. First one is so don't try to find some kind of a special sensation. We are going to observe the very sensations, sensations that you already have, right? Don't look out for some kind of a special sensation, right? So sensations are when you develop in the technique, then you will encounter various kinds of uh, so peculiar sensations that you cannot give a name. That's a separate case, right? Willingly don't go to look for any special sensation, right? Just observe the general sensations that you can um, that you know by name, right? So meanwhile, if you feel any other sensation, that's also fine, right? Then observe them as they are. So don't favor any sensation. Let it be comfortable, let it be uncomfortable. All of them have the same characteristic. What is that characteristic? Impermanence. They are bound to change, right? There is no sensation in this world. So even the greatest and the best sensation which gives you a lot of comfort, it is also bound to pass away. Right? Therefore, and at the same time, the most painful one, it is also bound to pass away, right? It's in a constant process of change. Therefore, don't favor any, observe it objectively, and understand the impermanent change. Then second one is don't force concentration, right? So observe as it is, as you can, right? So so there is nothing like I must see a sensation up here, right? If you could feel, that's also fine. If you couldn't, that's also fine. Observe, observe it so as you can. So don't force yourself. Just stay aware and vigilant, paying your complete attention. And then, so if you couldn't feel any sensation, don't feel frustrated. Understand your sensitivity has not gone to a particular level. Your awareness has not grown to a particular level. So that's why you cannot feel any sensation. Don't feel frustrated. They'll eventually grow. Just do your thing, work diligently and consistently, right? And then fourth one is, so whenever you sit for a meditation time, so especially Vipassana meditators, so, overall the meditators, they should not consider so any meditation sitting as a good experience or a bad experience. Sitting is also a great thing, right? So at your home, you are going to practice daily in the morning and evening for 5 to 10 minutes. Vipassana meditators, please extend it to 15 minutes starting from today. Then, don't judge it as a good experience or a bad experience. Let it be as it is. Every sitting has its own benefits, right? So therefore, appreciate your sitting. Okay, right. Now it is your leisure time. If you want to drink water, or if you want to go to the bathroom, so you can go right now. So, but please be inside the hall. So within 3-4 minutes, right? So, right, you can take your small break. Those who don't want, so please stay inside. Fine. And do you have? Oh, right. Straight away, can you? So there is a inside the library. There is one books which is orange. Open it and please take one book and pen. Yeah. I'm 2 books and 2 pens.
Okay. Good question.
Yes.
I understand there's a group that meets here, or there's something that meets here Wednesday, an event or a class or something.
Yes, we have a chanting session. Yeah, if you can come from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
So very pizza in here.
Yes. Yeah.
Really good.
Very nice.
I
Very,
was here this Wednesday. It was so good.
Okay.
It
Great.
was for the first time, but I felt very good.
Yeah.
What is the chanting?
Pali chanting.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Great.
yeah, please come. Yes. Right. There was one lady here. Yeah. Everyone, please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's for you. That's for you. Dear Dhamma friends, after the meditation session for about 20 to 25 minutes, so we learn something which is very important for the meditation practice. Today we are going so during so this week, so as we schedule, so during this week and during the next 2 weeks, we are going to learn about the 3 characteristics of life. Hope the old students remember the 3 characteristics of life: impermanence, suffering, yes, no self. Very nice. So today we are going to learn about impermanence. Impermanence, right? Today we heard the word impermanence. Or in Pali, it is called as anicca, no self. So, so anicca means impermanence. Okay. So then, so we, so the general people, they also talk about some kind of an impermanence, right? So don't we know about the impermanence? The general people in the general world, they talk, they say that the flower is impermanent, right? Human being is impermanent. What do they mean? Once again, so most, what's your name? With Gautam? Somiksha Gautam. It's a unique name. So this is the first time that I encountered this one. Beautiful. So Somiksha, so in the general world, so how so people so they say human being is impermanent. What does it mean?
Because we have a fixed time, so we are bound to die sometime. I think that's what it means.
Very nice. So then, is that Martin? What's your name? Medira, Messi, right? Midi, yes. Midi, in the general world, people talk about impermanence. What does it mean? Human being is impermanent. So are you, do you agree with the same thing with her?
Not lasting.
Yeah, not lasting for some time. That means, right. Is that Miss Grace? Grace, right? I forgot your name. Fung, yes, sorry, Fung. Fung, in the general world, people talk about impermanence. What does it mean? Human being is impermanent, they say. Right, right. So that means, are you talking about this? Child becomes a young man becomes a middle-aged person, middle-aged person becomes an old person pass away. This is, that's what, is that impermanence? What do you think? Yes, that's what the general people say what the impermanence is. But actually, that's not the real impermanence. According to Buddha, that so nature is called as viparinama, evolution. So it's a side effect of impermanence, right? So one particular appearance changes into another appearance, right? And that appearance changes into another one. And that one changes into another one. And that one changes in, that one changes into another one, right? But the real impermanence is not, and that's not what Buddha means. Once Buddha taught, so I want to quote Buddha from Mogaraj Sutta. That one Buddha says, Abutva sambutang putvana bhavisati. Abutva means a phenomenon which was not in the past moment. So then has arisen. And Hutvana bhavisati, what has arisen, it is not going to be in the next moment. So this is the impermanence. What does it mean? I told you last week, we are, so any being has 5 aggregates, right? They are consisted of 5 aggregates. What are the 5 aggregates? First one is form, sensations, perception, Vihara, Mistu. I told you last week, Samuel, can you remember? So mental formations. And final one is consciousness, right? I will describe them in the upcoming weeks thoroughly, but for now, just understand. So the interdependence of these 5 things are called as the existence of a being. Right? These five they exist separately, but they work together. Right? Inside us, the body is separate, the form. And the sensations that we feel, it's a completely another field. We need body for it, but sensation field is a completely another field. And the recognition of the sensation, that field is another field. Modern, so psychology goes up to this level. And then after that, mental formation. So that's a different field. And final one is consciousness, which is the last field. All these 5 aggregates, they are in the process of constant change. So, but who we were in the last moment, we can call myself Bhante Chandima. But the Bhante Chandima who started the session right now, so if you don't understand, if you have not experienced or have an understanding about this nature of impermanence, you might think this is the very same Chandima who is sitting here, who started the meditation session 1 hour, 1 hour and 20 minutes ago. But it's not the truth. So even when we say I, and ye within this period, for an uncountable number of times, we arise and pass away. Can you understand? Right? Mehdi, did you understand? Now, we are passing away in a very fast speed. Right? But why don't you see, then if I pass away, why? So I don't see me changing in the next moment, dead in the next moment. Why is that? Because one atom gives its, so one atom dies, giving birth to another one. In a child, so atoms, so they multiply fast, right? They're breeding more. So that's why you see the child growing. But all the atoms, so they are they were continuously rising and passing away, right? Even so, there are all these 5 aggregates actually. They are in a constant process of arising and passing away. But we don't see this nature, right, with understanding. Right? We know that we'll pass away, but we know that we are changing, but we think, okay, so the child stays for some time. The young man or woman, or the woman, that being so stays for some time, right? That right? That middle-aged person, so that person stays for some time, right? In our mind, right? The old man, so old woman, that nature stays for some time. We think so, but so those are just the apparent level of our evolution. There is no moment that we won't change. We are in the process of constant changing. Constant change. You can experience this through your own meditation practice. In this head area, once when you are observing, you observe that in this area you experience hardness. And then after a while you observe this whole, you keep on scanning this whole area, and then when you come for the second time to this particular area, you experience that hardness has gone. Now what you are experiencing is a softness, or coldness, or heat, or some other kind of a sensation is dominant up there right now. Right? So, not only this particular area, the whole body is the same. From top to bottom, bottom to top, this is the nature of your body. But one sensation becomes dominant, so you focus on that one, right? According to according to the sense which wins, right? You focus on that, and then the sensations, we focus on the sensations that arise because of that particular one, right? So then we ignore the other sensations. But throughout this whole body, sensations arise and pass away constantly. That speed cannot be measured. Once, so in Berkeley University, I always teach this on the day that I describe impermanence. In 1952, so somebody called Donald Glaser, right? He won the Nobel Prize at that time for making this. He created an instrument called bubble chamber. So it could measure things, the speeds. Then he measured even the speed of a rising and passing away speed of an atom. Do you know? So the number that he got within a millisecond. Within a millisecond. Millisecond means 1,000 times of a. I learned it from Mrs. Jane. So she's a scientist. So so 1,000 times. So once from 1,000 times of a second. Within such kind of time, an atom rises and passes away. Do you know the number? This is in 1952, okay? 1 after 22 zeros. Within a millisecond, an atom rises and passes away within that speed. For an example, the grandpa atom comes and gives birth to the father atom and dies. And father atom gives birth to the next son atom, and that also dies. And it gives birth to another one, and this one also dies, right? Not to come back again. Can you imagine? This fast. So, what is this body? What is this world? They are made of atoms. So, the live things that don't have life, all of them are in the process of constant change. Right? And nothing stops. So impermanence never stops. No breaks. Right? I give you 4 minutes break, but impermanence won't give you breaks. Right? So this phenomenon continues throughout your life. Right? So we constitutionally we segregate like 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, right? Like that. But there is nothing like that. Those are constitutional things. Impermanence is continuous. Continuous. It doesn't have breaks. So our body, then we have to understand. So this body which is full of atoms, it is constantly rising and passing away. Right? Then you might think, then how all those atoms so they can be separated, how they stick together? How do they stick together? Because when these 5 aggregates work, so it's an energy. Right? That's why they won't, so this body continues and it doesn't rot. Right? Whenever the other 4 is gone, this begins to rot. Right? So, I'm not going to teach those things too much. So today, since we are discussing about impermanence, then our body is constantly changing. Then how about the mind? Mind is changing more faster than so Buddha called atoms. So Buddha's description about atom is atta kalapa. So that description of atom is deeper than the modern scientific atom. But overall, both have the same concept. So concept-wise, both are the same. Okay. So since we don't have enough time, I'm not going to teach you about atta kalapa, the atom according to Buddha. I will teach you in another day, in an upcoming week. Then they arise and pass away. So now it is clear the body arises and passes away in a very fast speed. You cannot find any Bhante Chandima here. In the true sense, according to the real truth, according to the universal truth, I am continuously changing, right? This body. Then how about the mind? Once some Bhantis asked the Buddha how fast the mind arises and passes away. Then at that time, the Buddha gave an example. Simaya, Buddha said, let's suppose there are 4 very strong archers. They come to 4-way junction, open 4-way junction, along with the fast runner, giving their entire strength. They have 4 bows, bows, right? 4 bows with smooth, far-going arrows. Not before, not after, at the very same time. They release those 4 arrows towards the 4 directions, with their entire strength. Then at that time, the fast runner runs fast and catches all 4 of them without letting them to hit the ground. Then Buddha asked, can you imagine that speed? Then those Bhantis said, catching 1 arrow is also a big thing. Catching 4 arrows, it's unimaginable. Then Buddha said, more faster than that, this earth rotates. More faster than that, this moon rotates. More faster than that, the sun rotates. More faster than that, the mind arises and passes away. Then Buddha said, so if we compare the arising and passing away of an Attakalapa, atomic Buddha, if we compare it with the rising and passing away of a mind, so within a time of 1 atom's rising and passing away, 17 minds arise and pass away. 17 minds arise and pass away. Buddha have described how those 17 minds work, but I'm not going to talk about all those psychology stuff right now. Okay, just understand mind arise and pass away. Okay? Then both these things, they are interrelated, codependent, and they are, but you cannot call it so you cannot choose any of them as permanent thing, as a permanent thing. Both are continuously arising and passing away, co-depending on each other. This is the reality of us. But we don't see that. You only see you, and you think there is this. You have given a name and right, and then you think there is this being. So let's suppose there is John or Kamal or Igba or African name. Any other tribal name, if it is given to you, then you think that there is an eternal person with that name in this world, right? Inside this. But the reality is there is no. Right? We are in a process of constant change. Just constitution, it doesn't mean that we should abolish all these names, because when we figure out this truth, right? No name for anybody. Then we had talk like this. This mass, this set of 5 aggregates and that set of 5 aggregates. So like that we had talk, right? We cannot do that. But just there should be these constitutional names, but in reality, so when it comes to the universal truth, the real truth about all beings, you cannot give a name for this being. So we are a being which is a part of this nature. So, but when we don't understand that, then problems arise. When there is ignorance, so then that leads to various kinds of negativities. Mainly, then whenever whenever you encounter things that brings you comfortable sensations, you attach to that one, saying this is, I want to make this mine. This is, oh, if you have it already, so this is mine. Thinking so, you cling to that. Right? And then, so if you don't like it, if it doesn't go according to your perspectives, right, then you push it, saying, I don't like this. I don't want this to be mine. Then, so then what happens is the conflict begins. So from there arises, because of ignorance, arises two negativities. One is craving. You can write these things down. One is craving, and the other one is aversion. Right? So craving, ignorance leads ignorance about the reality. So the truth about things as they actually are. So when we don't know that, it leads to craving and aversion. Craving and aversion. Then, then what happens is they begin to, when a tree grows, right? When a strong tree grows, they with two sets of big branches, so it is bound to have sub branches, right? External ones, just like that. So those two negativities, they are bound to give birth to various kinds of other cravings, right? Craving so gives birth to greed, so greed about various things, so greed about so many things, right? And then after that, so when it comes to aversion, aversion gives birth to various kinds of negativities: jealousy, ill will, disgusting feeling, irritation, anger, like that. This continues, right? And throughout our life, because of this, this is continuing. What happens is we suffer continuously. Through these meditation techniques, so it helps you through this Vipassana meditation technique. What we try is, we are trying to see that real truth through your own practice, through your own observation, right? And you are going to touch the fire, right? So, and see whether it burns. So then you have no doubt, right? So you can learn hundreds of theories, but so whenever you touch the fire, you know, really it burns. Just like that. Whenever you observe this, the arising and passing away of sensations, then gradually you start to realize this body is arising and passing. And simultaneously, various kinds of mindsets arise, and when you observe your mind, you see various kinds of minds arise and pass, right? So finally you realize this is a natural phenomenon, right? They arise and pass away. So why should I why should I give allowance? Why should I allow the negativities to come to the surface and put them myself and the others? Then you start to abandon them, right? Automatically it happens, right? So your whole system, so the old data, so get completely deleted. So installing a totally new, so what system? So yeah, software system, right? So just like, so your Apple system is gone and replacing the Microsoft one, just like that. I'm not a tech person, so hope it went well, right? Then like that. So the old system which has arisen because of negativities, right? Ignorance, it is gone, giving birth to another system within. So which is driven by wisdom, the light, right? The understanding about the things as they actually are. This understanding is not Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, or atheist or agnostic. It is what it is, right? So then that's what you are going to understand. So that's what then finally, so inside you, eradicating them, you generate mainly four kinds of qualities. Whenever you so if you were afraid of the other people, now since you have a lot of loving kindness, you love people, you love beings, right? You develop enormous amount of loving kindness towards all beings. You want to see them happy. You become compassionate towards all beings, right? You become sensitive to the other people's suffering, and inside you well-wish thinking, may all the people come out of all of their suffering. And then whenever the other people are comfortable and happy, we generate sympathetic joy. And finally, above everything, we gain a balanced mind. Whatever it happens, let it be gain, let it be loss, let it be happiness, let it be unhappiness. Whatever the situation it is, so you maintain a balanced mind. Outside, you realize, I cannot control it completely, right? So things flow as they flow. What can I do? At least, but I should. So I should not change my mind. So destroy my peace because things happen in the outside, right? So what I can do, I do it. What I cannot do, I let it go. Right? Understanding that that person lives a very peaceful life. To conclude, let me share the story of Bhante Hakuin from Japan. Hope the old students remember the story. Bhante Hakuin was the royal teacher, or I mean, the teacher of the emperor. When he grew old, he was a good practitioner. When he grew old, he decided to go away from Tokyo, and then actually Tokyo, and then he went to another island and lived in a fishing village where this village had fishermen, and he was practicing, and people kept on supporting him, right? So his intention was to practice ardently. And then at that time, in this village, there was a very rich businessman, so who is also a fisherman, who had so many fishing boats. Many people were under him. He had only one daughter, and this daughter fell into an affair with a worker who worked in the fishing market. And then when affair kept on going, because of that young man, this lady became pregnant. When the businessman, I mean, he's just like a village headman, right? When this village headman found it out, he was so furious. He took the daughter from her hair, right, and shook her, shouting loudly, asking, who is the one that did this to you? I'm going to cut him into pieces with the knife that I cut fish into slices. He shouted. Poor girl. So she was so afraid. She didn't want to betray her fiancé. But at the same time, she has to find someone else, right? Finally, somebody came into her mind. Poor innocent, pious Bhante Hakuin. So she told that Bhante Hakuin is the father of the child. Bhante Hakuin is the royal teacher, famous, and he's Bhante. So even though the village headman was so angry, he couldn't do anything. So somehow his anger didn't go away. So he dragged the daughter angrily towards the temple and handed over to Hakuin. At that time, Bhante Hakuin was meditating. He shouted as much as he wanted, and finally he said, "Now, so look, this this person, so this fox who is appearing just like a saint, right, with the bald head. So see what he has done. Now I will give you a punishment. You have to take care of the mother and the child all by yourself. Right? I will leave both of them at the temple." Right? Then at that time, Bhante Hakuin opened his eyes and looked around, and he understood what has happened. And figuring out the situation, he just said 2 words, "Is that so?" Yeah. Then 3 words, "Is that so?" And he was calm, so he was quiet and smiling. He went. Several years, then people got to know about this. They stopped giving dana to the temple. No more donations. No more food. Right? But in Japan, fortunately, Bantes could work. Right? In our countries, Bantes cannot work. But in Japan, they can. It's a different atmosphere, culture. So then he worked for the neighbor's home. Whatever the small money that he got, using it, he provided food for himself and the mother. Finally, they got the baby. And so, but he was not changed. He was not unhappy. He kept on practicing as he was. And then gradually people noticed to understand this, his unshakenness. So people began to help him, but still he was very poor. Right? And he had a very bad name all around the island. And finally, the lady, she couldn't bear this anymore. She went to the fishing market and told her fiance, okay, I can't bear the pain of that Bhante anymore. So let's go. Let our father cut both of us into pieces with the fishing knife that he used to cut fish. So let's go and reveal the truth. Both of them went, revealed the truth. Crying, the village headman came back to the temple, knelt in front of Bhante Hakuin and asked forgiveness. Then finally he said, "Oh Bhante, can you please hand over the child to us?" If it is another person, that person would have thrown a huge tantrum. Have you come? Did you come after 3 years? Did you realize it right now? So I'm not going to give you the child. So then there would have been a big tantrum. But Bhante was still smiling, and he was again quiet, observing everyone. He said, just 3 words, "Is that so?" And he led both the mother and the child to go. So that's how it is. So you will have a balanced mind. Whatever it happens outside, so you will stay balanced inside, right? So you will realize that you cannot control the nature, but so you can, by developing understanding, so you will realize, I can live peacefully with eternal happiness and eternal peace, right? So everyone, please then diligently practice. It doesn't come, it won't come out of nowhere. You have to work hard. Practicing this noble path and coming out of negativities, developing positivities. May all of you attain real peace in Nibbana. Join your palms together and concentrate. Abhimadana silisse nichang vata pachaino chataro dhamma vadanti ayuvang sukang balang ayunarogya sangpati sagga sangbatti me vache Ato nimmana sampatti imenate samijjito. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good night to everyone. Please take care and see you again in the next week, Friday. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Right. Right. Good night, Mr. Howard and Ms. Rita.
Good night.
Good night, Bante.
Good night.
When everyone has gone from our group before you turn off, I have a
Right.
question for you, so it'll be brief.
Yes. Right.
Good
Right.
night. Dee.
Shreya, good night.
Yeah, good night. Thank you.
Ms. Kim, good night. Pragati and Rahul, good night.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
Mrs. Lees, good night.
Good night. Thank you, Bante.
Long time. Nice to see you. Nice
You-
to hear your voice.
You as well. Thank you.
Ms. Nalini, good night.
Bante, are you available in the weekend for one-on-one session or only on weekdays?
All right. The on weekdays, because so this week on Sunday too, I have to go to Fresno. So
Okay.
yeah, for a ceremony. So therefore, then if you can, let's schedule it on so weekday.
Okay. I'll message you, Bante.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Even
Thank you.
so cute. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Mr. Howard, good night.
Yes, Bante, I have a question though.
Yeah, let's finish the recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Very good.
let me see how we can do that. Oh, yeah. Right. Blame host. Okay, right.